We haven't yet actually discussed the origins of Israel and Palestine. Let's discuss the genesis of Israel.
Yeah, so in the aftermath of World War II, uh, the Zionist movement finally had a little bit of legitimacy. So Zionism was born in the end of the 19th century as a result of the Dreyfus Affair. So Dreyfus was a Jewish German officer in the French army. It's a little convoluted. He gets busted by the French for being a spy for Germany. The Jewish population in Europe interpreted that as an attack on a Jewish person. It's just as possible, if not as likely, that it was actually an attack on an ethnic German living in France, right? Yeah, there was probably, I'm not denying that there was anti-Semitism in France, there obviously was, but he was also German, so there was probably also a component of anti-Germanness. The reality was is he was scapegoated. He had nothing to do with what he was being charged with. And so um, Zionists like Herzl are born, the Zionist movement is born, Herzl kind of being the father of it, in the Jewish population. It already existed as an idea. We described earlier Napoleon wanting to send Jews to Palestine. So the dominant anti-Jewish ideology was originally called Judenhass in Germany, which meant Jew hatred. The problem with the name was it sounds like an emotional thing as opposed to a logical thing. So they coined the phrase anti-Semitism so that they could say, look, it's not that I have an emotion, I disagree with the presence of Jews in Europe. A component of the anti-Semitic movement was we just wanted the Jews to leave. The initial ideology didn't want to kill the Jewish population. Obviously, it morphs into that and turns into the Holocaust. But the original goal wasn't to kill them; it was just to evict them. In the same way that there's a portion of the United States population that wants to evict undocumented immigrants, or that the German population wanted to evict undocumented Polish immigrants, or that the British wanted to evict the Polish immigrants, and that's why they voted for Brexit, right? It's that mentality. And so here are these profoundly racist anti-Semites. They coined the phrase anti-Semitism. The Zionist movement goes, maybe they're right. Maybe we should leave Europe. Maybe we can't make a good life for ourselves here. Herzl wasn't interested initially in Palestine.